Hey, what's happening? Chad here with Equip, Empower, and Encourage with Chad Allen. Today we are going to be discussing the XRP decision. So if you're a crypto enthusiast, let's talk about this because I believe this will have positive implications for the crypto world. Now, I'm not a crypto expert by any means, so I'm just kind of looking at it from the outside a little bit. But I do want to share my opinion because I do involve myself with crypto. So I do have crypto where when I buy it, I use it, that kind of thing. And so I want to share a little bit my thoughts of before the XRP decision and then now after the XRP decision. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, make a comment, share with your friends and family. Visit me at my page at prosperwithchad.com. That's prosperwithchad.com. Okay, so let's get started about the XRP decision. Okay, so yesterday a judge declared that the sale and buying of XRP is not considered a security on exchanges, and this is because based on, from what I could tell from the judge's decision, that the retail market doesn't know that they are actually buying quote unquote a security or securities in general. So whenever you are buying XRP, well, guess what? If you're buying on an exchange, you are not buying a security. Great news, right? But there's another part to the story that a lot of people miss because while it's not considered a security if buying on an exchange, it is considered a security according to the judge if you're buying it institutionally from XRP themselves. So if XRP themselves is selling that particular their particular product to another institution or an individual, then that would be considered a security. Now, let's look at this because I, while a lot of people are celebrating this as a great win, and I do believe it is a great win for the retail public, I believe it's a great win for crypto in general. But XRP still has to handle the situation of the institutional buying when they were selling it institutionally to individuals and to other businesses out there when they were selling their quote unquote XRP security. So they're still gonna have to face penalties for that, in my opinion. And I think what this decision does in general, is that it helps set the the framework for regulation, in my opinion. I believe that this decision, based on this decision, Congress, the SEC, the other branches that oversee securities and everything else, now there is a framework to work by in order to be to consider what is a security and what is not a security. And all of these coins, these tokens, companies like Coinbase and Kraken, all these companies that SEC was going after because they were trying to say it was a security. Well, guess what? I think it sets them free. and I don't think the SEC has a leg to stand on against these particular tokens and institutions unless they are solely selling their product to other businesses and individuals. But if the token is being exchanged via the exchange, then the SEC has no leg to say no. So for you as a retail customer, you are in great shape, in my opinion. And I believe this also what this is going to do for the market is I think it's going to really help the crypto market rebound in weight. You saw it a little bit yesterday, but right now it's taking its downturn. That's quite normal for markets where if you ever notice, like whenever there's big news that comes out, or there's anticipation of good news, the money makers will what the market makers what they will do is they will spike. They'll it will begin to rise, and then just when you think it's going to break free and go parabolic for you, the market maker said, let's go ahead and sell because this is a good spot to sell. It's starting to get oversold. So let's go ahead and sell now. And so they sell, and then all of a sudden the market starts to tank down. And then it comes down a little bit, and then the market maker says, okay, that's enough. I want to go ahead and start buying again because now we're back at the low point and we're going to push the market back up. And then, so that's why you always have these up and down type spikes, right? Well, of course, that's the market maker, whatever you want to call them. That's the guy, whoever is behind all that. That's what they are doing. They're pushing, the shorts and the longs and all the crazy stuff, that's going on. So you really gotta watch, when you're actually buying any type of thing, like where you're buying the type of forex, the crypto, stocks and stuff like that. You got to be aware of the market maker, and what he is doing. Uh, God talks about this, or there's a lot of uh, what's this people call it, Issachar, or whatever they call it in the Bible, where they know the times of the seasons. They know what's about to happen and what is happening. They're well studied, and they prepare themselves quite well, for these particular changes that come because everything has a cycle to it, right? It's like the time of Jubilee. The Jubilee, I think, for Israel was like a couple of years ago. What was Jubilee? Jubilee was when loans were completely forgiven and wiped out, and then everybody started. So whenever there was a loan that was taking place between the Jewish people, the time of Jubilee was always thought of, it's like, okay, so we're about 10, 15 years out. Yeah, I can loan you this money and pay it back in this time. Okay, Jubilee is just maybe 2 years away. So we'll give you this money, but you have to pay it back within a year. So they know all this, right? Because when it comes to Jubilee, everything is wiped out. Well, sometimes you have a forced worldwide jubilee, like a forced jubilee, like countrywide jubilee, whatever. That last real jubilee happened, I believe. Now, some would say it did happen in 2008 a little bit, which is possible. But the really big one that really wiped out everything was actually the Great Depression, and we had the transfer of wealth from the ones who were completely over their heads and debt and everything else. They couldn't afford it. They're paying debt. All of that wealth that was right there got transferred over to those who were meek, those who were prudent enough to know, it's like, okay, I need to keep my expenses super, super low. and so I can build up wealth. I will loan money, and they'll owe, and then when they can't pay it anymore, I get that wealth back. Right? That's basically how that works in a nutshell. So with crypto, things go in cycles when it comes to the bear market, the bull market, and with the quote unquote halving that is coming up with Bitcoin. We're about to really start. Uh, you're really gonna start seeing that bull run take off. I think right now there is a little bit of a bull run. You got to remember that the low was around 16,000, 15,000, whatever it was, a a few months back, and that's probably the bottom where everything hit the bottom. And so now it's been kind of on an upswing, and now we are around the 30K range. So these things, as they're building up, it's will continue to go up. But I believe that this decision by XRP is really going to begin to accelerate more of this market for a lot of people. And so I think you're about to see some great things happening, for the crypto market. And you know, if you want, like, there's this company that it's really I'm really intrigued with, where they are paying. They have different companies that present their securities, and what they do is they will pay like 1.5% a month on the securities, and at the same time paying 4%, because how they 4% a week. So how they're able to do that is through the marketing that they do, and all that money from that marketing comes in, and it gets paid out to those who are actually buying these types of certificates that are out there. And if you want to know more about that, just let me know. Send me a DM, a private message, and I will definitely, uh, share that with you. Where you can find that information at. But you can also support me, by the way, by going to my webpage at prosperwithchad.com. That's prosperwithchad.com. And I have several links there that you can check out. And you can definitely support me by going there and checking out those links and getting more information. So I hope you got a lot of value out of this. I really hope that you would definitely share this with your friends and family, because I really believe that this XRP decision is really a game changer for the crypto market, and I really believe that is going to help fuel the next big time bull market that you're about to see with Bitcoin and others. So I have my favorites. I tend to be more a Bitcoin maxi because even like in the crypto world, like when you're looking at the altcoins, yeah, you can make a lot more money with the altcoins, but you have to be very aware of where you're at in the cycle. And if you go too long, you lose all that money. And sometimes altcoins can drop as much as 90% in the bear market. And other times it can go down to zero and you lost everything, right? So it just depends on where you're at, in the bull market, or in the bear market. But now that we're looking at it, we are entering into the bull market, right? The bottom hit a few months ago, I believe personally. The bottom hit a few months ago, and now we are on the upswing. It may take until next year before you start seeing getting out of the mid 30K range, 40K range, but it's on the way up slowly, and it's only going to build as it builds more and more and more. You are going to see a lot more people. What do you call it? They get that FUD, that fear, not the fear, uncertainty, doubt, but the other one. Uh, anyway, they get fear that they're going to miss out, and they go in the FOMO. They call it FOMO, fear of missing out, and so they get in. So if you're interested in the crypto type stuff, the blockchain, let me know. I will share. I can share you some info on that and share where you can get some more information on what I'm talking about before. And I hope you got a lot of value out of this, and know that the XRP decision is going to, in my opinion, it's going to end up being the framework of regulation. And that's actually a positive thing, because before, when there was no framework to work with, it was kind of scary. It looked like the U.S. was going toward like banning crypto and trying to destroy it completely. Well, I'm glad with this decision. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen now. It seems like now there is a little bit of guidance there now, where what is considered to be a security and not a security. And now the SEC and Ginsburg, well, guess what? Now they don't have a leg to stand on these other quote unquote tokens, whatever that they say are securities. So unless they were offering those institutionally to individual buyers and businesses. So I'm glad to see this framework. I'm glad to see that there's a little bit of guidance there now, and I'm hoping that the SEC is going to abide by this ruling and set the kind of framework that needs to be, this kind of regulation that needs to be based on this particular decision. And hallelujah, and we're great and thankful for all of this. So thank you for being here. Like, share, comment as well, and visit my webpage at prosperwithchad.com. That's PROSPERWITHCHAD. So that's prosperwithchad.com, PROSPERWITHCHAD.com. All right. You have an awesome day. You take care. Bye bye. Thank you for being on.